Hi everybody, this is Jenny from Cosmic Hearts Healing. This reading is for Sagittarius, May 2019. Just so you guys know how I do my readings, they are always focused on self. Now, if another person or situation or work comes up within the reading, I will tell you that. But I like to focus on any lower energy, toxic energy that might be presented to you in the upcoming month and guide you in ways to transcend that lower energy into higher energy. I think that to find more love, peace, and joy in our life, to live a life of full abundance that all comes from within us and the energy that we feel within ourselves. So I'm hoping to guide everyone on that path to finding that place of joy and peace within themselves. And just so everyone is aware, I am a Sagittarius rising, and both of my daughters are Sagittarius, so you guys are dear to my heart, and I know your sign so well, and you're a powerful, beautiful sign. So yeah, I just want you guys to know that. This is your cards for the month. I am using a deck called Love Your Inner Goddess by Alana Fairchild, which I haven't used with any other sign yet. You guys are the first ones. And just so you guys are aware that the cards that I'm using with just the words on it is a deck of cards that I would like to create. So this was just something that came to my mind when I started to do these YouTube. So I bought a blank deck of cards. I wrote out what I want to, and I'm hoping in time to turn them into a deck to sell. So your first card is that you will be having a fork in the road, that you have a choice to make. The card in the book says there's no right or wrong way, that I've learned in life that even if you somehow get off the wrong path, you eventually get back on the right path, and you would have learned the lessons that you needed to learn to make sure that you stay on that right path after that choice. So there's no right or wrong answer, but having the clarity of what is the right way, before heading off not the wrong direction, but the rougher direction is always good to know. All right, so I asked for guidance for this card, and I was guided to pull from this deck, and it's called the Princess Survivor. So I was going to read that out of the book for you guys because I just think it's a beautiful message on its own. And you could read on her shirt, it says, "The princess saves herself." All right. And the card says, even if you feel uncertain about facing a challenge or belief in yourself, you are strong enough to conquer this. There will be help if you need it, but you already have the inner resources required to overcome any obstacle and obtain the most blessed outcome. If you're in the process of letting go of someone or something, perhaps an old habit, an old life, a relationship, maybe an old or current job, or a situation in which has you feeling trapped, don't allow insecurity or uncertainty to stop you. You've got this, and you're doing the right thing by moving on. When you realize that you're strong enough to save yourself, which you are, you never have to be afraid again. As well as inner strength, you have inner wisdom. Deep within, you just know when something or someone is or is not worthy of your time, energy, and attention. The most precious treasure that you will ever have is the divine gift of yourself. There is nothing that is more valuable and no one that is worth losing yourself over. You don't need permission from anyone other than yourself to decide to walk away from what isn't right for you, or to stand your ground and honor your core values, or to say no and refuse to give in to those pressures from the outside world. You can be open to help and grateful for assistance, but you also know that whenever you need it, you have the power to learn, to act, to figure it out, to find the love within that will empower you for the life that you deserve. That's powerful in itself. And once we learn that lesson in life, it's like you walk through life with this fearlessness of that no matter what's to come, you know that you're going to be okay within yourself. I've been faced with the past 3 years, maybe 4, 3.5. I've been getting over like a lot of lower energy in my life, and just finding that strength within to carry on, to move forward. So that is your overall energy for the month. So you will be having a choice to make and a decision. So the next 3 cards are going to be cards for I asked for energy that they want you to know that is upcoming. And I pulled 3 cards. The first one that I got is the Li of water. It's unconscious conflicts that have not been cleared away. Okay, so I just want to look at this card. Water to me is emotions, okay? Now the clarifying card for this is projection. So I would ask yourself, are you allowing your emotions to project onto this situation, onto this person, onto this relationship, onto the job, onto the choice that you have to make? Like, are your emotions overly attached to your decision? Okay. One thing about dolphins is they are very intuitive. Like they know where to swim by just a knowing, by the sounds, by like their guidance system, okay? And they're very intelligent too, so their mental energy. So although they're swimming in those waters of emotions, they're still intuitive. They're still in tune with that intuitiveness and their intelligence, okay? So it's like I made a decision almost a year ago, which I knew my soul alignment. I knew the direction I was supposed to be moving in life. It was clearly shown to me. But it was just like a sense of feeling my emotion was just so drained, so tired, so like I can't take any more of this path and this journey of which you're telling me I need to be on. And, so that emotion guided me into a life lesson, so, and it was a good life lesson. It's going to carry me further in life, but now I'm back into alignment with where I should be. So it's like, even at the time that I knew I was going a direction that I shouldn't have been going, I did it anyway. So just like that, like fork in the road, there's no like right or wrong way. The choice is up to you, At that time that I made that decision, I really don't think there could have been a different decision that I could have made for myself at the time, if that makes sense. Because I was so emotional, drained, and so tired, and just that's what I needed to do, although I knew it wasn't where I should have been, if that makes sense. So I was projecting my lack. I was projecting my like tiredness. I was projecting my fears of like all of it. And I was letting that guide me rather than using my intuitiveness and using my intellectual mind. Okay. Sorry about that. So the next card that you got, oh, and also when I was pulling this card, I got the song Happier by Marshmello. Okay, so it's Happier by Mashmello. So that song will have meaning for one of you guys out there. I don't know if it's just a song because dolphins to me are also like playfulness, joy. So although they carry that like instincts and intelligence, they still have fun. They're playful creatures. Like even the ones in the wild are like playful creatures. So I don't know if that song is just like a message of the universe wants you to be happier. And at the time that I was making that decision, like almost a year ago, I just needed to be happier. Although I knew I was falling out of my like alignment for the time being, I needed happier in my life, because I was so emotionally drained and, I was tapping into my emotions at that time. And I was really asking myself, like, can I do this to move forward? So, yeah. So I'm just going to move on to the next card. The next card is the Fool. The Fool is like the 0 card in the tarot. It's coming. He's like at the end of the cliff, and he's just ready to take that leap. Come here, princess. So he's just ready to take that leap of faith. I almost feel like he's come to that decision, or he feels like he's coming to that decision. And when you come to that decision, you have to do it without fear. Okay? I don't think there's much else to say about that card. And then the next card that you have, although I just said that you're going to be ready to make that decision, don't let fear pull you in. Don't let that emotion of fear pull you in, because this card talks about indecision, not making indecision that leads to loss. So the song that came to mind when I was pulling this was Shallow by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. So this card also to me is very yellow, which I made this thing. I pulled this off of a website, so I should have probably quoted which site I got that from. But the card's very yellow, and yellow to me represents the solar plexus, which means your personal power. So what was I saying earlier? Like, you need to figure out for yourself, like, what you need right now to move forward in your best of way, okay? So your inner power, taking responsibility for your own life and taking control of it. Mental abilities, forming personal opinions and beliefs. So this just goes back to what you need to answer that question. At the time that I was making that decision in my life, there was outside people who knows the spiritual journey that I'm on. And I had to make a decision for my own, that was the best decision for me. And I knew that I would have eyes on me and maybe judgment, which some did, some did not, So it's like I decided to move forward anyway, regardless of other people's opinions and other people's beliefs, because at that time, that is truly what I needed for myself. Okay, so clarity of judgment, and I think this all goes back to yourself. Personal identity and personality, self-assurance and confidence, which goes back to the fair, so having confidence, self-discipline, and independence. Now, I could have stuck to my self-discipline back then, and I'm sure life somehow would have led me back to right where I am now. So I could have stuck to my soul alignment, like direct path. I could have stayed disciplined within myself, but that's a decision that you're going to have to make for you. And another thing about this is the lemurs. Lemurs to me are very spiritual beings. So I feel like, even I had spiritual guidance showing me and guiding me the way the whole time. All right, so, and the card that supports this is what needs balance in your life. Are you overgiving to a relationship? Are you overgiving to a job? What lack are you feeling inside yourself? Where's that lack coming from? With this fork in the road decision you have to make, what would bring you most into balance? Okay? I think that's perfect. Because at that time, even though, like I said before, I knew it was out of my soul alignment, that was what would bring me into balance. Okay? So do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel balanced. And then the next card that we got is All That Glitters. All right. This card, it talks about, like, say I have a choice about a job. Right now, I'm a paralegal. I really enjoy my job, but I'm not really looking to extend myself that way, even though the social norm might say, why don't you go work downtown Chicago? You could be making like $100,000 if you work downtown Chicago. But I'm content in the little law firm that I work in with in Lisle, because the people who I work with are really solid people, a really good group of people. I don't have many stresses at my life in work, and but then also I'm trying to expand my healing business as well. So it's like, I'm not going to look at the outside pressures. I'm not going to look at everything that glitters, and I'm not going to make my decision off of what glitters. I'm going to make my decision off of what makes me feel balanced within myself. Okay? And maybe in time, I'll even choose to walk away from being a paralegal if I can extend like this cosmic hearts healing into that. But once that time comes, I'm sure I will feel that security and the right choice to make that decision. Okay? But I honestly, right now, I enjoy my job. I enjoy where I'm at. I don't feel any pressure to leave. I don't feel any pressure to stay. But I'm not going to go after something that I know doesn't serve my highest good down in the future. All right, and then I'm just going to read pieces of this card. Since you are going to be making a decision, points of this card says, you also have beautiful divine potential to shine your light and beauty in the world, but you must feed your soul with what it needs to do this. Be respectful and loving to yourself as you choose what to take into your being. Be it physical nourishment or emotional energy, or even the kinds of books you read and the entertainment that you watch. For all of this impacts on you. Do you feel better after you experience something? Like, ask yourself that. Does it nourish your soul? And then the other part that really caught my eye in this card is, here's an opportunity to express the truth of your heart. Which could go back to that Shallow song, is what I was getting at the same time. Because that song to me talks about having like deeper conversations. And this might even just be a deeper conversation within yourself. It could be a deeper conversation with a relationship partner. It could be a deeper conversation with work. For everybody, it's going to be a deeper conversation somewhere. But it's taking the moments to have those deeper conversations, taking the time to have those deeper conversations with yourself. okay? What else did I want to say about this last card? Oh yeah, about nourishing yourself. Like, I do love going out with the girls and having nights out, but then I wake up in the morning and I'm super drained and I'm super tired and I can hardly even move. And most of the time that I do my healing stuff, I do it on the weekends. So then I don't have the energy to do what I truly love to do, So now I'm asking my girlfriends to meet me for lunch. Like, let's do lunch on like a Saturday. Like, I can take 2 hours out of work rather than losing a whole day because I'm going to go out. I've been watching the foods that I eat. If I eat dairy, it makes my body swell up and hurt. So no, I'm not going to do that because that's not what my body needs. And everybody's different. If I talk to a person who I knows, you know, people can wear beautiful glittery masks, but then once I see underneath that mask of what's really under there, okay, boundary, you're not going to nourish me in the way that I need nourishment. And that's what I deserve in life. Like, I know what I deserve. So when you're coming to that question of what moving forward, keep all this in mind, okay? Yeah. So I hope everyone has a good month of May. I had a person in another sign ask me the cards that I use, so I just took a screenshot of this. And also, if you could click the like button for me and comment and subscribe to hear more of these. And everyone have a good month of May. I love you. Peace.